So we're going to be making Stu's Saturday night pizzas, really nice and easy. We're going to actually start by making a base. Now, not very difficult. Try and get a bread mix in. If you can't get a bread mix, self-raising flour will do equally well, depending on how many people, obviously. Throw it in a bowl. Just follow the instructions on the packet, except add a couple of spoons full of olive oil. And get your hands dirty. My mum always said only one hand, because if you have to pick up the phone, you have one to spare. It doesn't really matter. So I'm gonna just be working in the water. Now, making a base, some people find that a little bit daunting, or some people just, you know, sometimes you don't have the time to do it. There's other ways of going about it.
And you don't have to measure the water, you just put little bits in at a time until you get the
exactly.
proper texture. Yeah.
Exactly. Because also the instructions on the packet, they're estimates, they're not that precise. So never throw the entire amount of water in one go. But what other ways are there to create a pizza base, Ian?
Well, if you don't want to do all this kneading and making up your own, supermarkets, great for pizza bases, ready-made. Tortilla wraps are absolutely fantastic for it as well. Again, they're not expensive. And the toppings, cheese, obviously for every pizza. Tonight we're using a bit of cheddar. You can use a mixture of cheeses, you can use any cheese that you want. Sometimes I prefer using a mozzarella and a cheddar. You can use stronger cheeses, milder cheeses. Mushrooms, nice big large ones. You can use, again, different types of mushrooms. These are the cheapest option, and the crispy salad, again, everything's all packed. Cherry tomatoes, and if you want to feel a little bit flush, Black Forest ham. You can use bacon, you can use any type of smoked ham. And I know you see an iron brew bottle sitting here. There's a reason for this, and we're going to show you this in a few minutes. So, roughly chop the mushrooms. You want nice big chunks. No slicing in this dish. How are you getting on there with the dough there?
Yeah, we're not doing too badly. We're almost there. See, once it starts to sort of form, you want to just keep going at it a little bit until it sort of bounces back when you poke it like that. So, I'll just...
About 5 minutes it takes, roughly, to knead.
Okay, so that's the bread dough done. You know, we're making one or two?
We're going to make two. We're going to make two. Hungry tonight.
Easy as that. It also sort of depends, of course, on whether you like a thin base or a slightly thicker base. The iron brew bottle, I'm sorry to disappoint anyone who was expecting it. Iron brew is not the secret ingredient. Iron brew bottles are very useful to double as a rolling pin.
Because not everyone has one like me.
So just keep on going. If you like it a little bit thicker, sort of leave it this size, pre-bake it for about 10 minutes, take it back out, put your toppings on and stick it back in.
But for a nice thin base, as we like.
Just keep on going for a little bit.
And I've just taken over from Max here, and basically what you want to do is you want to get it to the size of the tray, and in order to do that, just because you want it round, you make sure that you're turning it round and getting it all a nice size. And if you want to impress any friends that are around, just put your hands underneath, wee fist action and a wee spin, and just stretch it. Just make sure it's nice and thin. And because when you do stretch it, what happens is it tends to shrink a little bit. So you want to get it just that little bit bigger, and that's a perfect size for it. And now the toppings.
Easy peasy. All we do, actually, we've got the base ready. We've got our mushrooms.
Do the other one.
Just throw them on top. Make sure you get them spread out a little bit evenly. And the ham is pretty easy as well because you can.
Sorry.
Are you a bit of a control freak there?
I am.
You can just sort of pull this into strips and again fiddle it about. It's a pizza, it doesn't need to be neat. Now, to make this vegetarian, it's very easy because you just leave out the ham.
Yep.
And then last but certainly not least.
And again, this is just one topping. Whatever you've got in your fridge, if you've got a poor day, you can add anything.
Aye, some onions would be good, or peppers do well on pizzas.
This is just a sort of it's a cheap, fancy way of doing it. You know, adding the smoked ham, and it's not that expensive. You can get it out of supermarkets.
There we go. That's ready to go into the oven. Just high oven at 15 minutes.
And don't get it too near the edges because you want that nice little bit of crust to be able to lift it up. But if you want, you can add it to the edges. That's perfect. Now I'm going to put it into the oven, and as a hot oven, I'm going to put it at the top. It's a hot oven. Try and get it to, if you're using gas, use it about 7, 8. I'm going to put it at number 8, and it's electric. You want it about 220, 240 degrees. And now for the finishing touches. If you wanted, you could put them in with the pizza, but they're a lot nicer when they're cold over the top of it. Just get your cherry tomatoes, just half them. Make sure you take the little green things off the top. And you've got your salad mix there ready. And again, just to remind you, if you can get rocket, because rocket is a much nicer addition to it than the crispy salad, if and when available. And that should do. That's about ready. It's just a minute to go, so I'm just going to check it. We'll switch that off because it looks ready from here, and that is perfect. Although it may not look much. We'll wait till you see this.
Shut up.
Yeah. Do forgive my phone. The tomatoes on. And although it might seem unusual putting salad on top of a pizza without the tomato base, and trust me, without the tomato base it does make a big difference, and it really is tasty. Put this crispy salad on, spread it round about.
And if you want to be a bit chefy, just put a wee drizzle of olive oil on.
Yep.
That's lovely for you.
And there we are.
Stew Saturday night pizza.